When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Grease Goblin YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Daemon Targaryen and House of the Dragon. Have they fixed or at least sent Daemon Targaryen on the right path? And I want to say, I'm really pleased with what they did with the character in this episode. Yes, he still has those bad qualities, right? Ignoring his daughter, being selfish, lying to Rhaenyra. But I think that we might be on the right path. And before we start discussing and breaking down kind of episode 2 with Daemon specifically, I want to hear what you guys thought about Daemon in episode 2. Has the trajectory of the character and where we're going with the character, has that kind of changed maybe the way you saw the character in season 1? Because a lot of that was unpacked here. But before we get into the video, if you did want to become a Patreon or a member, you do get my exclusive review videos for the episodes and all of that. So let's dive in. So most of what we're going to be talking about with Daemon Targaryen in this episode is going to come from the scene with him and Rhaenyra. And I love this scene because it really puts into context kind of what Daemon's all about and the things that he's kind of been struggling with, right? So Daemon in the first season kind of comes off as just kind of a villain. We don't really understand a lot of his motivations, why he does things. He kind of just seems to lash out at people. And that was kind of the same in episode 1, but episode 2, we kind of start to dive into Daemon as a character. Him being this guy who seems impulsive, and him feeling like, his brother was a fool because he could never do what needed to be done in terms of Otto Hightower and the Greens, and really establishing, his legacy, and how he's so selfish that he's, wanting power and craving power just for himself. He can't even be okay with being the king consort, that people aren't, listening to him, like in episode 1 when Rhaenys refuses to go with him to King's Landing to take down Vhagar and Aemond. Him blaming everyone for what has happened with Luke, for instance, and all of that, and having to hire blood and cheese, and even not even taking accountability for that, lying to Rhaenyra to her face and all these things and trying to manipulate her. It was really interesting to see Rhaenyra kind of just not accept that anymore. She's not a child, and seeing her put Daemon kind of in his place. And what I think is going to be interesting is that we're kind of going away with Daemon now. He's going to Harrenhal, and the two have kind of separated. Are we going to get to see some of that building up of Daemon's character? Where is he going to kind of accept becoming a better father, a better person? Ricky, someone who has seen the first 4 episodes, mentioned on my stream that, this character is going to go on kind of a journey similar to Theon or Jaime. We're setting that up to where this is now the moment where Daemon can start to become a better person. And one of the interesting changes that we know from the show, was already leaked, is that Nettles will not be a character in this show. And one of the reasons I think that is because I think they want to place in one of his daughters to kind of build up him as a father. I think what a way to try and start building that relationship is here, replacing Nettles. Because one of the main things that we know about Fire and Blood is that Nettles was seen as either kind of a daughter figure or a love interest for Daemon. And it kind of seems like that he's going the route of, it seems like the show may be going the route of maybe playing both, where he's being a father to his daughter, but at the same time, he maybe is hooking up with somebody else or something like that. And so I think we're on the road of trying to correct Daemon's character. I think loud and clearly, I think Ryan Connell, the writing team, would have heard the backlash about the way they wrote Daemon in the first season and applying that to season 2. And I really think that we're going to be going on this journey of Daemon becoming a better person. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this, because I know it's a very hot topic in the community about Daemon Targaryen. But I think the way that that discussion worked with Rhaenyra and Daemon, that it really gave me a sense of they understand the character they're trying to build. Yes, he's different from the book, and, the book is weird as it is because you have to determine how you view Daemon as a character. But it seems like we're actually going to build this character. Is he going to atone for all of the women that he's kind of spurned, right? If you think about, Lady Royce, if you think Mazzaria, if you think about Rhaenyra herself, Laena, all these women that he's failed and let down, and he's kind of just left or abandoned them, or even, in Rhea's case, killed her. Will he atone for that? Instructing how they should go about doing things in the future in terms of war strategy and trying to make things up to Rhaenyra. Like even Rhaenys suggests to Corlys, if he's able to take Harrenhal, will that help his relationship with Rhaenyra, or is there going to be a lot more going on there? And Rhaenyra herself, she's gone through a lot of turmoil now, right? She had her son die, her father has died quite recently. She had a very close relationship with both of them. An assassination attempt has just been done in her life. Her husband has left, and again, that relationship seems pretty detached at this point. Like, how is that going to affect their partnership? Daemon is the clear power behind the Blacks. How is that going to affect the entire war? And so let me know what you guys think. Is Daemon Targaryen on the path to being fixed, or is he going to stay a pretty one-note character within House of the Dragon? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.